If my best friend called me tomorrow and said she wanted to move to the Richmond area, here's exactly what I would tell her, not as a realtor, not trying to sell anything, but the real scoop, the real skinny on the Richmond area and why you might want to live here. From someone who has lived here for 1,000 years and genuinely loves it. And I love it more kind of every year. I'm Cindy Bennett. I'm an associate broker with Maison Real Estate Boutique, and I have been selling real estate in the Richmond area for over 20 years, and I do genuinely love it. But here are some things to know if you're thinking about moving to our area. People who have never been here probably picture something mid-sized, maybe a little forgettable, like whatever, it's just a city, and it's maybe a little more affordable than some of the places further north or that get a little bit more buzz. But here's the things to know. Richmond is a city with genuine neighborhoods. We've got world-class museums, food, tons of breweries, all sorts of interesting things happening almost all the time, and of course, the river. The James is kind of our crown jewel, so to speak. But a lot of that great energy comes from VCU. We do have that university energy, that college town vibe, but on something of a grander scale, because it's not a small school, and while we are a mid-sized city, we have a lot to offer within the city limits and in the surrounding counties, which are really part of the greater Richmond region. Where you should actually live here is really, really a personal decision. So it depends a lot on what you like to do, who you are, what sort of lifestyle you envision, and we have lots of variety in that too. If you want to be in the center of everything and be kind of walkable to restaurants and maybe museums and coffee shops and dog parks and things like that, you're going to want to look at the FAN, the Museum District, Carytown, or even Forest Hill, Westover Hills area. That has grown up a lot to have a lot more to offer in terms of that walkability. So you've got your sidewalks, but you also have things to walk to, because that's kind of the point, right? A nice stroll is a nice stroll, but a nice stroll with a delicious coffee at the end, a different thing entirely. If schools and playgrounds and having a little bit more space, a bigger lot is important to you, you probably want to start looking a little bit into the counties, and they all do offer slightly different things, but they do have bigger yards, fewer sidewalks in most cases, but bigger yards, communities that have playgrounds, maybe pools, tennis, that sort of thing, which is great if you're moving here, especially if you have younger kids that need to get plugged in, meet friends, make friends before school starts maybe, and feel like part of the community by the time that first bell rings. A couple of the newer, maybe slightly more affordable options if you're looking to be in the city and be more walkable are areas like Church Hill. There is still some affordability there, and Brooklyn Park. That's another current favorite of mine where you get a lot of that walkability, a lot of cool stuff happening, and you're not totally priced out. Okay, I really could talk about Richmond neighborhoods for an embarrassing amount of time, so I'm gonna try not to go wide with them and just let you know that no matter what it is that you like to do, want to do, picture your life looking like, there is probably a good fit for you in the Richmond area. Now let's talk about food. Richmond has been punching above its weight class for years in the food scene. So whether you want great food trucks, super casual options, little startups, or bigger chains, or really kind of nationally, internationally renowned fine dining, we've got you covered. And this is something that I really could talk about all day, so I'm gonna recommend that you go to my website and check out some of my restaurant recommendations. I even have a Google map with everything on there. The river, the river, the river. One of my favorite things about living in Richmond, and one of the things that we get more press about than just about anything else, and that is that the James River cuts right through the center of the city of Richmond. We actually have class 4 rapids that run right through the center of town. You can walk right out of your downtown office and be on your stand-up paddleboard, your kayak, your canoe, whatever, in just a matter of minutes. And if you don't have one, there are plenty of businesses that are happy to rent you one for a little while to just try it, check it out, see what you think. But in addition to just the outdoor sports part of it, we do now have the Allianz Amphitheater at the riverfront. So we've got some great concerts that are coming, have been here, queued up to arrive, and you can see the river right from your seat in many cases. Not to mention the Virginia Capitol Trail, which is over 50 miles of trails running straight from Richmond to Williamsburg, and that is in the process of even being expanding. So if you've got bikes, you want to take a run, there are trails everywhere and bike lanes all over the place, so you can get your workout in while looking at the river, while cutting right through scenic, historic sites all around town. A little bit of the honest truth, the cons, so to speak. One is we don't have a ton of traffic in town, but some of the highways, especially if you're like on 64 during the summer, people are heading to the beach, heading back from the beach, that can get to be kind of a grind. And yeah, it does seem like they're always working on the roads. I don't know, you can probably hear them working on the road now. But other than that, the worst thing maybe about the Richmond area is that it gets pretty humid in the summer. So if you can't handle the humidity, but it doesn't last long. It never lasts too long. And we do have a good 4 full seasons. So we have a real spring, usually. We have a real summer, we have a real fall, and we have a not so terrible winter. What I would tell my best friend if she was truly looking to move here with her family, give it a real chance. Come visit, check out some of the neighborhoods, have an idea of the lifestyle that you're looking for. I bet we can find it. Getting a little guidance is always helpful. Take a ride through some of the neighborhoods, eat the food, go to the things, check out a festival or an event, go down to the river, whether you're doing sporty stuff down by the river or just walking on the canal walk, and see what it feels like to you. I personally think we have a fantastic vibe here in Richmond. It's only getting better. Oh, and I didn't even mention the arts. The arts. We've got great First Fridays with the galleries all open downtown. We've got fantastic, again, world-class museums. And any kind of class, if you want to get more creative, you can find somebody to teach you things and help you explore that new hobby, new interest. It's all here. If you're thinking about moving to Richmond and you have questions, I would love to help answer some of those questions, give you some directions, and if you're looking to find a home here, I would love to help as well. Give me a call, send me a message, shoot me an email, and let's talk.